As governor, I want to be responsible for the outcomes and held accountable for the results. Today, I am here first and foremost calling for the resignation of State Superintendent Michael Rice.
All right, you just heard from Michigan GOP gubernatorial candidate Tudor Dixon, who is calling for the resignation of her state's top school official, claiming LGBTQ training materials are instructing teachers to hide information about students from their parents.
For more on this, let's welcome in Republican gubernatorial candidate for Michigan, Tudor Dixon. Good morning. I know you're a mom of 4 girls, so obviously education is extremely important to you.
Is training for teachers to bring students into the classroom, tell them you can have a different identity in the classroom, and then we're not going to tell your parents about this. And it goes to a new level of extreme where they're told, well, if the child is considered suicidal, then you need to take the child's lead and not talk to the parents about it. Don't talk to the parents if you think there could be harm in the home. This is a crazy situation. If this child is considering harming themselves, we also know that if a child is in a suicidal situation and considering harming themselves, that there could be children at risk at the school because of this. And now we're in a situation where they're telling parents or telling teachers not to talk to parents about this. We've never heard of this before, and we are absolutely calling for the resignation of this school superintendent who is continuing to keep these training lessons out there.
Tudor, this is Rick Grinnell. I want to ask, I'm so puzzled as to why are we not talking about math and reading scores, the basics in our schools? Why are we doing all this extra stuff? Is Michigan so great on math and reading scores that we can now look to talk about diversity and inclusion for kindergartners?
No, sadly, it's the complete opposite situation. In the state of Michigan before the pandemic, we were 38th in the nation, but we've taken a serious tumble, and 38th was not exactly a spectacular score. But now we're looking at being in the bottom 5 states in the nation. Our scores just came back from our reading exams from the spring, and we had nearly a 60% failure rate for our 3rd graders across the board, across the state.
Yeah, and how do you get this message to Michigan voters? Gretchen Whitmer, a lot of people say she wants to win again, and then she wants to be vice president, but why would voters want to send her back to the State House with a track record like that? Add to that the crime in the state of Michigan. How are you getting that message to voters right now?
Well, honestly, coming out and talking to folks like you, doing these press conferences, asking for her to come out and make a comment on this. She has not commented on what's happening in our schools. She hasn't commented on this training, and she hasn't commented on the fact that the schools are in serious decline. She also hasn't commented on the crime, but you have to remember that this is a governor who came out and marched with protesters who held up signs that said defund the police. She also said that she supported the spirit of defund the police, and that was almost an instant reaction from the people that are committing crimes in the state of Michigan to go up against the police. And all of a sudden, our police feel as though they've been demonized in the state. So they're telling me that they're in a dangerous situation every single day when they go out, and that this has emboldened the criminals. And the numbers show that because our crime rates are rising through the roof in the state of Michigan.
Yeah, Tudor, you're introducing a $1 billion Building a Safer State strategy, which aims to increase law enforcement recruitment and retainment, which is so difficult. How do you think this plan can work in both your state and even on a national level?
Well, you make a good point. On a national level, we're seeing the same thing where police officers are resigning, quite frankly, because they don't feel that they're respected or that they're safe in their positions anymore. And so what we're doing is we want to put $1 billion new into our system to not only recruit and retain police officers, but part of that will be offering them incentives to come to the state of Michigan and making sure that they have the equipment that they need and the mental health help that they need. They're in a tough job every single day, and they just don't feel like government has their back. In the state of Michigan, they will not feel like that again, because as governor, I will make sure that not only do we support our law enforcement, but we are giving them what they need to make sure that they have a healthy life and a safe family as well.
Tudor, as you talk about crime and education, clearly failures of the current governor, are the media talking about these issues? Are they evaluating these issues? I know that she is constantly trying to distract on abortion, and that's all she wants to talk about. It's no wonder she doesn't want to talk about education with the numbers you're quoting. But are the media following her, or are they actually digging into her performance?
No, absolutely not. In the state of Michigan, they're letting her completely off the hook. I mean, look, this is a governor who walked hand in hand with Joe Biden last week at the auto show, literally holding his hand through the hallways. I mean, Rick, think about this. If this were the opposite, if this were Tudor Dixon and Donald Trump walking through the auto show holding hands, the media would be all over it. All we heard was, oh, it's like America's grandfather. How sweet this was. They are walking through this auto show.
He needs a hand. Right. He needs a hand to hold as he walks through the auto show.
Right, she's propping him up. Exactly. But think of the optics of that as auto jobs leave the state. It's terrible.
Do you think that she said to him in any possible way, hey, I'm available for VP?
I think that ship has sailed. Now she's saying, hey, step aside. I'm available for president.
Yeah. Good point.
Exactly.
Tudor, very quickly, I do want to get to this because October is coming up. It is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. You're a proud survivor, and you've said that cancer has made you stronger.
Absolutely, yes. And for all of those out there who are battling this right now, just know that you have so many people out there that are lifting you up and supporting you. So many great programs out there that are doing research on breast cancer. And every single day, we are learning more about it. We have more survivors. And I am a proud survivor myself, but I know that once you've gone through this, you're always making sure that you're healthy. And for all those people out there, just so you know, we're thinking about you. We're praying for you.
Tudor Dixon, keep telling that story to Michigan voters. Good luck to you. Thank you.
Thank you. Check out our website at tudordixon.com.
Thank you.
No crooked establishment.
None of that
Twisting the truth.
No talking down to me.
Don't tell me how to think.
Don't tell me how to think.
Don't tell me how to think.
I trust Newsmax.
Newsmax.
They don't tell me how to think.
They let
me decide.
Newsmax.
real news
For real people.